Okay, here's my latest example of the Parallax Halloween Pumpkin Project that they have listed on their website. However, this time I do have a pumpkin that I made a couple years ago, but this time I want to try something different. I bought a candy dish from Walmart or somewhere a couple years ago, and I've wanted to add something to that, motion, sound, something gets activated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, when somebody reaches into the dish to grab candy, it's going to activate it and it's going to have sounds come out. So it has a specific theme to it, which you'll hear when this thing goes off. So I wanted it to go on with that. So when I end up, again, I have a Parallax Project Board here, and I didn't want to put all the circuitry on here. I know it's kind of cool that they have that layout on there, and I probably could have done that. It may have been a little bit easier, but I just wanted to keep it clean just in case I want to use this board again. And then it has an SD card in there, and that's what these jumper wires here are for the SD card connections. And over here is my for my IR sensor. It's 74LS00 AND gate, and so this will actually, when the sensors get together and they kick off, then it sends a signal over to port 27, which causes everything to happen. Meanwhile, it's just sitting in a loop, it's waiting for that to turn 1. And then this circuit over here, this is my audio circuit with an NTE 823 versus a 741. For some reason I had a 741, I couldn't get it quite to work, so I had these also from Fry's. It's easier for me to get, and I can just go down there and get that. So I have an audio circuit for that, and then a little 8 ohm speaker off on the side, and then I had to put a 5-volt regulator on here to power some of this because I was using a 9-volt battery. I've kind of gone back and forth between a 6-volt battery pack with 4 AA's versus a 9-volt, but I guess the 5-volt regulator, something with the circuit that I have, isn't quite putting out 5 volts, or just below 5 volt. So I was having a problem powering the Parallax board with that, so it wasn't quite working right. So I've split this up to where they both get the power from the 6-volt pack. So the Parallax board is running 6 volt. This is running 6, but converted to 5 for the other pieces of the circuit. So this guy over here and the audio amplifier both are working on 5 volt. So when this happens, I have these little IR sensors. When they go together, something should happen. Right? Of course, it's not going to happen. Okay, so that did it. So that's what it does. So each time these come together, it should trigger something. There it goes. I don't know why it went off to the weeds earlier. There's some more stuff I have to debug. And I have these, they get selected randomly, but the random generator, number generator, it's kind of quirky as far as being random. What is thy bidding, my master? So I may repeat things over and over. I try to set it to where it doesn't repeat the previous, but it's still... I find your lack of faith disturbing. That's being a little bit better. Sometimes it just goes all the way back to 1 for some reason. 1's the song. There you go. Back to 1 again. So there you have. So this is actually, if you can tell by some of the sound bites, you can kind of get a clue what it is. And then this is my IR sensor, so when they go together. What is thy bidding, my master? So that's what happens. So, all right. If you knew the power on the dark side. Yeah, some of these get a little overdriven. I think these things could work differently. It's like, I find your lack of faith disturbing. I just put my hand over them. I think it creates enough reflection. Come on. What is thy bidding, my master? So that's kind of the idea of what I'm going to have. So I'll have them set inside the dish to where they point towards where people are grabbing stuff, and then that should trigger it. We'll see. There you have it.